This podcast is not a substitute for a relationship with your mental health professional. Hey, family. Welcome back to another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise Brown. Oh, family, I am excited to be here with you again this week for another episode. And if you just happen to stumble upon us and you aren't a part of the family, then please join the family. It's simple and it's easy and it's free. All you have to do is click that subscribe button, like that podcast, and share the podcast. And I would love for you to leave a comment. If this is something that maybe you're dealing with, or maybe if you want to ask a question, or if you have some suggestions for me, please type it in the comment section if you're watching and listening on YouTube. All right, family. So today we are jumping right into it and we are going to talk about procrastination. Procrastination. Raise your hands, family. Are any of you out there procrastinating? Are you delaying the process of accomplishing or going after a goal that you truly desire? Something that you really want? Is there a dream of something that you want, something that you could see yourself doing or having in your life, like a dream of accomplishing something, and you think about it, but yet and still you procrastinate, like you are delaying getting it done. You delaying the process of getting it done. You won't even get started, or let's just say, even if you have gotten started, you stop. You stop right in the beginning stages. I'm not judging you, family. I'm just asking you, do you procrastinate? Because if you do, and some of you have already labeled yourself a procrastinator. So if you've labeled yourself a procrastinator, then listen, your girl, Andrea, I'm here to help you, to pull you down so that you get closer to achieving whatever the goal is that you want to achieve. I got you. And I am going to give you some tips that are going to help you do so. They are going to get you moving. Okay, family? So let's just first think about this is what I want to think about. I want to start off with an example of maybe what procrastinating looks like. So let's just say if you're a person and you work out all the time and you really want to maybe jog or run and do like a 10K, a marathon. You haven't even gotten to a place where you have even signed up to say that this is what you want to do, like to put you on the list, to schedule your time in the race, your space in the race. But yet you think about it all of the time, and yet and still you just won't do it. You just won't do it. Like you are procrastinating. You have even told your friends or your family, you know what? I'm going to run in a 10K. I'm going to run in the next 10K. But yet and still, you haven't made the move to do so. Or, family, is there a business, like a business idea that you have of maybe, I don't know, opening up a bakery because you love to bake and you have decided, like, you know what? I really want to open up a bakery so that I can put my goods in the bakery and make money, right? So let's just say that that's something that you want to do. Or let's say you want to write a book. So you're like, I really want to write a book. I'm seeing so many people write these books. I'm seeing people write books who I know aren't as smart as I am. So I know I should be writing a book because I have something to say and people should read it. However, you just keep dragging your feet, family, and you won't commit to the process. Is this you? Are you procrastinating? Like knowing that there's something that you want to get done, but yet and still you are delayed in the process and you won't move forward? But you really want to? Okay, so I got you. So the first thing that I would ask you to do, family, is to first let's identify what is the root cause. I love to peel back the layers of the onion to get to the cause. So what is the root cause of my reasons for not moving forward? And usually, what I find with people when they procrastinate is they have some type of fear that they have in their subconscious about doing whatever this thing is. So let's just say if I talk to someone and they tell me that they want to write a book, and they keep dragging their feet and they're not doing anything, to move forward. And I could even help them by like setting them up with certain people that could help them. But then every time I see them, they still haven't written a book. And so what they do is they choose to do other things that they're good at and that they enjoy doing. And they will not work on or walk towards writing this book. But it is a dream of theirs. They have everything. I've given them everything, the cheat code, but they won't do it. So what I've found is with people who are in that position is there's usually a root cause. There's some fear or some insecurity surrounding their thought process of achieving a goal. And so sometimes it's rooted in their childhood when they felt like there was something that they wanted to do, and as they was thinking about doing or moving towards doing it, either there was a parent or a grandparent or a teacher or someone around who told them that that's something that they couldn't do. So then they started to doubt themselves. They started to doubt their ability to achieve their goals. Or another thing that I've seen is when they've had these thoughts and these goals and their parents or grandparents or someone around them, a caretaker, was very critical or judgmental about what it is that they couldn't do, or what it is that, when such and such wanted to do that, they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like they heard and they soaked up that criticism, and they started to feel like, well, maybe I can't do it. Okay. Or if maybe they were criticized during childhood with their ideas, the ideas that they had, and they didn't feel like they were supported. Well, all of those things, family, we carry with us in life. If there was no one there who told you that all of your thoughts and dreams, and I'm talking about as a child, all of your thought and dreams, you have the power to bring to fruition and that you deserve them. If you didn't get that sense from the people, the caregivers, the teachers who are around you, the nurturers, then you would start to feel like you'd maybe question your ability to accomplish things, especially if they spoke against him or they judged you for having those thoughts. So I'm going to say the first thing that I want you to do is you're going to identify what is the root cause of my procrastination for whatever this specific thing is. You go, okay, why don't I procrastinate when I want to watch my favorite show, or like, a football game or a reality show? I don't procrastinate with that. Oh, because that's something that you like doing, you have fun doing it, and you don't fail at it. And why is it that I keep procrastinating every time I think about this book when I have all of the answers? Andre gave me all the answers. Oh, because deep rooted inside of me, I was taught as a child that writing books is not for you, or whatever that thing is that you've decided to do or felt like you wanted to do. You better think again about that because you may fail. We carry that with us because you can overcome that, family. So that's the first thing. We're going to identify what the root cause is to the procrastination. Number two, once we decide, okay, that's what it is, and now we're going to move past that, I want you to set goals, make them clear and concise. So if I am going to write a book, or if I'm going to run that 10K mile in that marathon, not a 10K mile, but the 10K marathon, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make small little goals until I achieve the 10K run. Okay. So then that means that maybe once let's just say if the 10K is in 4 months from now, so then what you're going to do is you're going to break up that 10K into mileage. So you're going to look to accomplish these goals, these small goals, because what that's going to do is to help you build momentum and build your confidence to keep going. So you'll start off with, okay, so the first week I'm going to run a half a mile. And then in the first 2 weeks, I'm going to run a whole mile. And then in the first 3 weeks, I'm going to run a mile and a half. You get it? So you're breaking it up into small goals, into little goals that you can bite. So I would ask you, family, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's another reason why a lot of times people procrastinate. That's why you procrastinate, family, because you may see your goal and it may look like an elephant, like it is too big to eat. It's too big. So what I'm going to tell you is it is too big to eat all at one time. So you're going to break it into little bites and you'll build up. You'll build your momentum. You'll build up your strength. You'll build up your courage and you're going to get it done. Okay. All right. So that's number 2. So number 3, I would say, is time management. So going back to what I just said about setting goals, as you set those goals, remember when I said, okay, the first week, the second week, so what I want you to do is think about that time management, put it on your calendar. So you put these little small bites towards your goal on a calendar. So once it's on a calendar, it's out of your head, so you don't have to ruminate over it over and over again, into thinking all of the thoughts about how am I going to do it, and then if I'm going to do it, take it out your head, break it up, time management, put it on a calendar. Okay. Then the next thing that I want you to do is I want you, when you start to do it, when you start to move forward, I want you to eliminate distractions around it. Eliminate distractions. So let's just say if you were doing the 10K and now you've put the little deadlines, the little goals on your calendar, little bites, and you're building momentum. Don't go taking family members and friends with you to the track. If they aren't runners, if they can't help you, specifically, they can't time you and encourage you, run with you, motivate you to run faster, don't take them with you when you're preparing for the big deal, for whatever your goal is. You leave distractions at home. If you're saying you want to write this book, and you break it up into chapters. So remember the whole time management, you break it into small little bites. So I'm going to write 1 chapter a month. So let's just say if I have 12 chapters, then I'm going to finish this book in a year. It'll be next year when I'll be finished. So that means that each month, this is time management, I am going to write a chapter. Okay, so how do I write a chapter in a month? So now I'm going to break it down and I'm going to say at the end of the week, I'll write 1/4 of a chapter. So how many paragraphs is that? So you'll do that. You'll put it on the calendar, time management. And so now, before you know it, 1 month passes by. You got your first chapter done. Second month passes, you got your second chapter done. Now, when you sit down to do your writing in whichever way you decide to do it, you can speak to text, you can write to text, whatever it is that you feel good about doing and confident about doing so that you can be, in a Zen mode, you can have your research and you start writing. When you do that, make sure you don't have any distractions. Don't have the television on blasting. Don't have the music on blasting. Don't have people around talking because they're going to distract you from achieving your goal. So you make sure that you're in an area that's well lit, where you feel like, there are no distractions. You feel very zen. You feel comfortable. You feel grounded. And you've given yourself enough time, blocks of time, so that you can just write with no distractions. Don't be on social media, TikTok, because they gave TikTok back to you. Don't scroll TikTok. Put all of that stuff aside, because during your time management, you're going to put it on a calendar, and then you're also going to put a time block. as to how you're going to take these bites to achieving your goal. You can do that with the running, and you'll do that with writing the book. You got me? Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to eliminate distractions. That's the next thing that you're going to do. And then this is what I want you to do. You're going to reward yourself. Reward yourself. How do I do that, Andrea? So then that. Hey, family, come on over here because I have something for you. Starting off with a go to guide for keeping your minds healthy and strong. This right here is the Bible to mental health. It's your mental health Bible. The name of it is 6 Pillars to Power Up Your Mind and Make Mental Health a Lifestyle. Everything that you need to know about keeping your minds healthy and strong is in this go to guide. Where you get it from? Well, you get it from awisebrown.com/shop. But in this go-to guide, honey, in this mental health Bible, you know what you're going to find out? You're going to find out the benefits of aromatherapy, and how it can shift your mood. But guess what? You don't have to go anyplace else to look for your aromatherapy because your girls got you, okay? You can get some aromatherapy here. This is aromatherapy is in this candle. This is called a slice of happiness. It makes me tingle, like literally makes me tingle. A slice of happiness. This is a cruelty-free candle with no parabens, no formaldehyde, and no known suspected carcinogenics. Now, you know, you go out here and you find these candles that smell good, but are they good for you? Are they good for your brain? Come on now, get real with yourself. Well, this one smells delicious and it's good for you. Made with essential oils. It's a soy candle. Amazing. You can burn it or you can just walk by and smell it. Lord have mercy, it's so good. Okay, so that's your candle, your aromatherapy, which raises the dopamine in your brain. That's your natural feel good. Neurotransmitters in your brain. All right, y'all. And I'm a part of you. You're a part of me. We are a family. We got hoodies now, and these are unisex hoodies, and they wear well, they wash well, and they feel so good. So you can wear them over your clothes, you know what I'm saying, and look dope, or you can wear them as your clothes with nothing under them, which I like to do often. And when you travel everywhere, I mean, every time I wear them, I'm moving around, people are always asking me whether I'm traveling, going to the supermarket, what's that? Who's that? And I'm like, mental health is a lifestyle. Because see, this is on the back. Okay? They come in white and they come in black. I'm like, join the family. Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast. So there you go. Family, don't you ever say that I ain't give you nothing. You get all of these things from awisebrown.com/shop. All right? I got your goods. I got you. You don't have to go anyplace else. I'll see you on the other side. Every time you, let's just say, I don't know, you eliminate distractions in your writing and you finish that 1/4 by whatever date that is that you put on the calendar, then let's just say you'll say to yourself, once I get this done, I can go hang out with friends. Right? That's my reward. I don't do that before, but I'll do that after. Or I can binge a television show that I really enjoy. I'm not going to do that before. I'll reward myself with it after. Okay. Once I achieve my little bite-sized goals, then I'll reward myself with something that I really enjoy doing. If I'm running and after I finish my runs every week, maybe since I ran and I worked myself up to it, I can have me some good old pasta, after that run. Because, you done burned everything off, burned all your carbs off. And so now I can kind of have me a great meal, a meal of some delicious garlic pasta, right? With some shrimp and some chicken and all the things. Oh, that sounds so good. So anywho, reward yourself along the process. And then the last step that I will tell you is to trust God, which is the biggest step of them all during the process. If God enlightened you and motivated you and gave you this idea, he gave it to you. It's sitting in your spirit. He whispered in your ear, I want you to do this. I really want you to do it. Because if it feels so good to you and it's a thought that you can't get rid of, like it keeps coming back, then to me, that sounds like that kind of came from God. You know, if it's healthy, if when you think of it, it feels good, it resonates with you, you feel like it will benefit you. It is something that is healthy to do, is what I'm saying. And it will benefit you because it will, right? Writing a book will not only benefit you, but it will also benefit others. So if that's in your spirit, ask God for clarity. That's from God. So then trust him, and then trust him in the process. If what's in your spirit is, as I'm getting healthy and stronger, I want to run. I want to, I want to really build my endurance by, really becoming healthier and stronger. And I think what that looks like is me dedicating my workouts to trying to run a marathon, then that's going to benefit you and your body. So if it sits in your spirit and you just can't get rid of it, and it's a positive thought, I am going to say that probably is from God. So trust him and what he's told you and go after it. And every time that you feel like you are losing momentum, then ask him for his strength. Ask him for strength to keep going. Okay? To keep going. Okay, family. So I'm going to run over these steps one more time. That's it. So the first step is identify the root cause of the procrastination. Why am I dragging my feet? Am I scared about something? Do I feel like I can't accomplish my goals? What am I feeling insecure about? Number 2, you're going to set goals, little small bite-sized goals. How do I eat an elephant? Not all at one time. That's overwhelming. Can't be done. I'm going to do it one bite at a time. And now what does that look like? Set small goals. Number 3, time management. As I set those little small goals, I'm going to put them on the calendar and I'm going to block off time as to when I am achieving those goals. And I'm going to set it up so that it takes me to the end of my goal, to success. Put it on a calendar. Number 4, I am going to eliminate distractions. As I'm working towards the goal, every time it's on my calendar, because it's out of my head and on the calendar, as I'm working towards the goal and I am doing the work, working on accomplishing the little small goals, I'm eliminating distractions. No social media, no TikTok, no friends, no television. Eliminate distractions so I can stay focused. Number 5, I'm going to reward myself. I'm going to set up little rewards every step of the way. So every time I accomplish one of my little goals, I am going to reward myself with something that I truly enjoy. I'm not going to have it before because that's how I would always procrastinate. I'm going to wait until I'm finished accomplishing my little goals, and I'm going to reward myself with whatever that special thing is. And the last one of them all, which is number 6, which is always the first and the last, is trust God and what he put in your spirit to do. Trust him, and also trust him when you get weak and you start to lose fervor. Trust him. Ask him to give you some strength and fire you up so you can accomplish your goals, so you can meet the finish line. All right, family? So there you go. Let's go. No more procrastination. We got it. I have given you the tools, family. Let's go get it. All right, family. This is another episode of The Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise Brown, and I can't wait to see you next week on the next episode. I love you, family. Love you. Love you. Love you.